Hey guys, yeah, gonna just be going over the targets I'm still looking at and just kind of a little recap on things. This is the second time I'm doing the video because I had music playing over that I did not hear and it was super loud. So yeah, so this is another attempt at this, but yeah, so let's start on Bitcoin. So on Bitcoin, we did get a move off these two intercepting lines up, and then we found resistance over here, which is also this liquidity zone what we were looking at from over here. So we use that now as resistance, and we came back down. We got kind of a bounce, kind of off this pink line up here. Really, that move I'm still really looking for is so tomorrow. That's kind of when that big news comes out. So. What I'm looking for is really still to hopefully hit right at this kind of area. We have several different, we have several different confluences there. We have this value area low of this, entire range over here. We have resting liquidity right over here. We also have that 618 zone right over there as well. And then we have these, of course, these two intercepting lines. And so everything kind of aligns up with, this is like the second right over here. So kind of, if we're jumping from this area, it would definitely, have a lot of different things lining up. I also have this second zone marked right below that because in case we do come into there and we are continuing to drop more, I plan to have a stop loss pretty close. But so if I do get stopped out and then we come further down, this would be that next area I'd be looking at. As you can see, we have multiple intercepting lines. We also have like right over here, and then that's also that 786 area, I believe. So that's really the next target I'm looking at. If we miss both of those, then we're going to be coming lower down. That's going to be at least this wick over here, or potentially one of these different intercepting lines. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin in terms of market cipher. So something I was looking at on like this 15-minute, for example. So let me get rid of some of these markings. Here we go. So on market cipher, as you can see, that's right over here, we're coming up, and then we get rejected down. We come up again a little bit in the green again, get rejected down. But each time it is coming a little bit higher and higher. So we are starting to diverge with that. So if we could stay with the money flow a little bit higher over here, and then, overall the momentum is going up, and then we're kind of coming down and tapping this area right over there, it's really going to give, Bitcoin that push it needs to start moving higher. So that's one thing I was looking at. But in terms of just like the higher time frames, it's still not really looking the best. Let me clear some of this stuff over here. Yeah, so we are getting some curvature to the outside on the money flow, but this VWAP is pretty sharp, pointing almost up. But the thing with that is usually you want more of a more subtle curvature to the upside. When it is kind of really just sharp, it's not usually as smooth of moves. It could be very volatile, so definitely keep that in mind. And then but the higher time frames as well, it's like on this 4 day, for example, we are going we did print this red dot over here. I have just the X's on mine. So that's never really good. On the 3 day, we also same thing. So let's check. Yeah, so we really do need Bitcoin to have a strong bounce off of this. Otherwise, it does look from the higher time frames that we have some room to the downside. The weekly is kind of the only thing that's looking, nice, but it does take a while to play out because we are starting to cross over. So that could potentially, if we do get that bounce, it could change the medium time frames, so that we could really get that move on the weekly. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. And then on Ethereum, so Ethereum overall, I think the chart looks a lot better. We've just been dumping a ton on Ethereum overall, so we're very oversold. So right over here on this daily, I mentioned that if we do come down here and kind of tap right over here where we have multiple different levels, we have, first of all, we would be a liquidity sweep of this low right here. We have this blue line from a fan pull as well as that point of control. So and then this vertical line is that that second where those tariffs users coming out. So if we're bouncing from this area, we would be showing a divergence over here on the daily on Ethereum. And so I personally think the chart looks a bit better on Ethereum. The only thing is, when you do come down to these like medium time frames, it's again a little bit ambiguous. It's not really showing too much. The 4 hour, the 1 hour, we are starting to get this head and shoulders over here, so, and momentum is overall going to the upside. So, but I still don't think it's a time to enter either of those positions on Bitcoin or Ethereum. I still really think you want to wait for this lower level before you get that push to the upside. So yeah, so that's what I'm looking at for my specific trades, and hope that helped you guys out. If you guys have any questions or anything, always feel free to leave me a question in the comments, and yeah, have a good day.